sorry, I was starting to film and had apparently never done this with my phone before. That's not true. What is true is the hand motions. I didn't know. Anyways, this is a terrible start to an intro. I'm sorry, I suppose. I'm probably not gonna edit this out, but hi, I'm Sabrina. I am a former farmer currently on a 4-month sabbatical as I make some huge changes in my life, and I want to bring you along as I try to make something as a creative type. I don't ever want to use the words content creator. I am primarily a writer and a painter. I have a dog, Willa, who I'm hoping will come up and say hi. She's camera shy. Come. You can see her paws. So that's Willa, her little legs. She's a terrible studio mate. Not that I actually have a studio. My studio is this couch in the kitchen, or the dining room table, the dining corner table. So yeah, this is a terrible introduction. I am sorry. Sabrina, I'm a writer, I'm a painter. You can see my works behind me. I like using really vibrant, very saturated colors. I do a lot of plein air. This one is actually of the mountain. You could see if you looked out the living room window. So that's that, and I figured this would be a bit more of an introduction. So as I take you through my day, I've got some stuff planned, including a long walk with Willa, which always includes keeping a poetry sketchbook with me, and I might share a little bit about that. I also, I have a lot of cleaning. I'm not going to show you guys that. And I have a still life I want to work on and some poetry to edit for submissions probably tomorrow or Sunday. And what else was there? Oh, I've got a lot of varnishing to do so I can prepare for a shop update, so some of it will also be a little bit of that. So yeah, Willow Walk, poetry, still life, varnish. I have all of this written down somewhere else so that I do my best to not forget. So I'm sorry. This feels a little chaotic on my end. I don't know if it feels as chaotic on yours. I'm really sorry if it does, but maybe I should just stop apologizing, and maybe this is just the vibes of my vlogs. I don't know. If you've managed to find me, first, welcome. I haven't posted in forever. I've posted a few vlogs, little stuff. I'm really bad at this. Of course, I've always had a full-time job, and having the time and the energy to film what I'm creatively doing as I'm doing it has always been really difficult. But like I said, I'm on a 16-week sabbatical from work, working for myself. So I'm hoping I can get a bit more consistency. That's one of my biggest goals. And just getting a feel for this. It's gonna probably change a lot. It's probably not gonna be super consistent. And yeah, I hope you stick around. I hope I'm funny or enjoyable at least. Or you're just gonna watch a train wreck, and I'm sorry for wasting your time, but I hope you stay with me. Alright, I'm gonna take Willa out because the sun is out and I'm sure it's above freezing, so yeah, let's go. She's sniffing. So this is all of Willa, and this is my third time trying to film us walking, and it's only because we're on railroad tracks. Oh, good girl. Sorry, we're doing some more intensive let's not trace trucks work, and we're far enough that she wouldn't actually go for it ever, but it's good that she came to me. Anyways, long story short, filming and talking and having her on her leash was too much. And actually, show you guys. I want to see me. None of this is scripted or planned. I'm for better or for worse. We'll see how that changes. Anyways, yeah, it's nice and sunny out, gorgeous, and I figured I would use this as a chance to talk about my poetry sketchbook. So this little guy was like a little birthday present to myself, I think last summer. And, well, yeah, was it last summer? Yes, I have a poem in here about the aurora I saw last winter. Yeah, just, I have to have a star in the corner so that I know which side is up, because it's just like the same everywhere, and these little fish prints. Anyways, found this at a store down in Hamilton last winter, and it's small enough to like easily fit in like a coat pocket. I'll probably have to sew some kind of little bag for this summer when I'm still out. And anyways, I just write little sketch poems. I need like one more hand, just like one more arm. Is that too much to ask for? I could also just like sit down, but I don't want to do that. I want to look stupid. Yeah, so I just sketch poems in here. I think that's the one about a cat skeleton I saw in the woods earlier today. And yeah, so it's like a sketchbook. And so I have incomplete little thoughts, little scenes I want to capture, kind of going for like the haiku method of like distilling your poem into like the most essential parts, so that later, when I'm ready, when I've got time, I can like pull the sections out I want to, and either like, I write a lot of haiku, so either like polish that up or merge them together or like expand on them. And yeah, it's just how I write poetry a lot. I think this is a good time for me to plug my Substack. I write a newsletter. It's called Beargrass. I Want You to See the World. And I'm going to be writing an essay on how I do this and how to get really inspired to do it yourself. Unfortunately, it probably won't come out until next month, so yeah, that's that. Oh, she's going somewhere. Oh, sorry, it's just once again, I'm gonna say what a beautiful day it is. Little bunny dog. Heck yeah, sorry. Such a questionable thing to get really excited about. I think this kind of looks like it might be a fox, bits of a fox. I've been wanting to do some Georgia O'Keeffe inspired stuff. And oh, these are just little bits everywhere. Oh, sorry, little guy. And now this is where, of course I didn't say anything, but I'm starting to type up a poem I had written in a different sketchbook, not my normal poetry sketchbook, last summer. So finally just throwing it in my laptop. Willa. Do you have anything to say? You have anything to say, little dog? You puppy? She's not amused. Okay, I'm done. You know, you go to start filming and then sorry, it's gonna stay like this, and the lighting's gonna be horrible because it is, what time is it? Almost 3 o'clock. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to make it less horrible and just getting that nice afternoon sun on all of our drywall, mudding, painting supplies, and yeah, mostly supplies. Anyways, yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock. I think the last time I filmed, I was typing up a poem essentially from a sketchbook in like the stupidest way possible, because this little, sorry, everything is stupid right now and I'm tired. I did it in the stupidest way possible because we have a lot of stuff on this table, including like my glorious little fiddlehead fig. My pride and joy, my second child after Willa. That's actually not true. Oh no, she's like my third child. Yeah, there's Willa, the 4-foot tall monstera that I inherited from a friend, and then my fig tree. None of this is relevant. But since I've finished typing up the poems, they're just, how I usually do it is like a super awful, stupid, rough, kind of prosy poem. It usually looks like a paragraph. And I actually typed up a bunch of them because I have a few from notes and stuff. And I'll go through a couple of rounds of editing to get those into stanzas or whatever form they're supposed to take. Each one's a little bit different. It really just depends on what I'm trying to say versus what the poem is trying to say. It's a whole thing. I'm probably going to work on that again a little bit later. But I really wanted to like step aside from stuff, like get a Pilates workout in, just on YouTube. It was great. I am sore. And then I had some lunch and did a little bit of reading. But right now, I'm going to start working on a larger painting. I'm doing a still life, and what's really exciting is, I mean, I live in a tiny house, like, our living quarters is less than 700 feet. We do have a basement that is the same footprint, but that's mostly my boyfriend's, like, wood shop and storage and motorcycle garage. There's a lot going on down there. And like he spends a lot of time down there, but I don't. So my house world is less than 700 feet, so I don't have a lot of space for collecting items for in-person references. I mean, although I do have an idea for a painting with this fig plant. But I had a vision in mind this morning, and figured it'd be a good chance to play with the Pinterest little collage thing. And I realized I don't really like when people post those without some kind of here's where I got my photo thing. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So it's right there. I'll stay right here so you can actually look at it. So these are just references. Like I really wanted a fig and tulip bouquet with like an interesting earthy vase. I'm going for real like wizard vibes. And then I have like color composition, like this art piece in the corner. I'm borrowing that entirely for the palette, and I will find out who that artist is and put their name somewhere because that is very important. But intentional palettes is something I've been working on lately. The last 2 mornings I've done little plein air studies out my living room window, and just like I think this only had 4 colors and this one had 6. Gonna help myself this morning. So I've been doing these, and yeah, just wanting to get a little more intentional with it and put that back up there because otherwise I will use every single one of my paints, and I have an entire tote bag of acrylic paints and like 1 duplicate. It's like a big bag. It's like probably over 6 or 7 pounds. I should weigh it. Anyways, so, and like the little skirt is kind of a pattern inspiration I want for like the wallpaper. And then I'm not going to use this person as a reference. I think I'd rather do a self-portrait. However, I like her facial expression. I like her hair, and I'm gonna go back to my middle school roots. I've had these ear tufts since I was like 9 or 10, with the exception of last winter. Well, no, last winter I intentionally shaved them off because I had a full mohawk, and then one time when I was in high school, the last time I paid someone to cut my hair, she shaved one of them. So that's been it. So going back to my middle school looks, although my glasses were smaller, tucking my hair behind my ears. I have stupid little bangs. At least I don't have a cowlick anymore. Like, that's the one really good thing. Anyways. That's gonna be a self-portrait, and I had an idea for like a bird-shaped frame because birds are really important to me. I paint them a ridiculous amount. I'm not gonna call it stupid. I need to stop calling things stupid that aren't stupid. Birds are wonderful. I enjoy painting them. I like their mythologies and their meanings. So I'm gonna keep painting them. And I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do like just a vague bird or a stylized bird. I've been seeing so many American kestrels lately, which is really nice because they're like some of my favorite birds. And I actually just saw the first scrub jay when I was out walking Willa, which is always exciting because this is also, last fall was the first time we had them up on this little hill, so I am blabbering. Anyways, let's go do an underpainting. I don't know why I needed that to be so dramatic. Alright, that took me a minute. I actually think I have to like get some paint down on this board. I'm using a really nice vivid orange red. I don't use this paint a lot except for like underpaintings, and sorry, it's also like super liquid, which is why I don't use it a lot. I didn't bring a towel out with me. But since a lot of my painting is going to be like green and earth tones, and I'm so sorry if you can't hear me, it is a little windy outside and we do have wind chimes, and I don't know how much of the plastic sound it's going to pick up. I should have grabbed a bigger brush. Anyways, I like to use complementary colors a lot when I do an underpainting, just because it gives a nice glowy effect. So since a lot of this one I'm expecting to be kind of a lot of greens and earthy browns, but mostly the greens. I think the orange is a nice undercolor. It lends itself really well. It'll dull down some of the more vibrant greens, which is also great. Because honestly, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but sometimes I have the problem with green paints that like, it's just like a bad green. Can you even see what I'm doing? I'm so sorry. There we go. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. I'm babbling and everyone wants to watch me do the underpainting while I chat. I'm sure this is riveting. Yeah, a little more. And I also, this is why I put down the black plastic. Where was I going with that? I'm sorry, I'm in a chatty mood today. I like to lay it on a little thick also because I really like the texture, and you might have noticed that when I put this board down to begin with, that I had some texture from the gessoing, because it is just like a board. Doing a little experiment, which is where I got this one and the pine stuff from, and then I'm gonna go in also with some, is that focused? Yeah. Cadmium red deep hue. Sorry, I had to pull it aside to read it. Also, I realized I was probably really close to whatever listening device you are in, so I'm so sorry. Anyways, I'm just gonna add a super thin layer of this to kind of outline where I want everything, and yeah, everything dried up super quick. This is great. It's not that warm out. I think it's mid 40s. I can't shoot. Of course, I didn't do a sketch of this or anything beforehand, but I think the rabbit's right there. I am professional. yeah, kind of chaotic. Can already see by looking at this, I'm definitely gonna shove a couple of things around, but let's see. Yeah, so like the biggest three things are the self-portrait, which is gonna go up here. This is just like a super rough sketch. And then the vase with the fig and tulips, and then the rabbit. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Whee. Sorry, that was, ooh, this is doing wonders for my complexion. Anyways, that is a little over 1,700 words. I'll give you some shade, make this a little more reasonable. We're getting there. Sorry, I flipped my phone around from the way I usually had it so I could hold it in my left hand, and now that's where my camera is and not there where I'm used to. Anyways, I'm gonna stop looking there. I'm so sorry. That is a little over 1,700 words on a winter farming reflection. It's 1 part of 5. That's gonna go up on my Substack, and if things go the way I want them to go, it will have been published yesterday because it's Friday now. I'm gonna have this vlog hopefully published on Monday. Mondays will hopefully be vlog days. But yeah, I'll include a link below, assuming that actually happens. I need to get better about my weekly essays and whatever I write over there. Yeah, this is really good progress. I'm gonna walk away from work stuff right now. I got super distracted looking up writers conferences, but I found one in Provo I want to go to. That's one of my like professional development goals for these next 4 or so months. Anyways, you didn't need to know all that. But yeah, I have some house stuff to do, and after that later this night, which I don't want to, I do want to stop filming at some point, so I think this is actually going to be my goodbye. I didn't quite get to doing any more of painting for my big still life, because actually I want to do a couple of studies first. I might make that a separate video to post later when I get to it tomorrow or Sunday, but yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me today. My first vlog in a hot minute. I'm hoping there's more, and oh my god, I'm gonna work so much on giving you dead fish eyes through the camera lens and not just looking at my face on the screen. I'm sorry, it's a steep learning curve. This doesn't come natural to me. Like, I know I'm only 32. It should be so much easier. I should have gotten used to it by now, but like, my brother says I have boomer energy. And like, I know a couple of cool boomers who like aren't horrible racists and are like very supportive of like LGBTQIA people, but it's insulting, but he's also not wrong. So I'll just let you think about that. This will be my sign off. If it's a Monday, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your time until you see me again. And I hope you will see me again. I hope you enjoyed this or get something out of this. Maybe you just want to see like a hot mess. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing or liking. Leave me a weird comment. Since I'm wrapping up an essay on farming, are you growing anything? Tell me what your favorite vegetable is. Mine is eggplant, even though I know it's not a vegetable. Semantics. I don't care. Fight me. If you don't want to write that, fight me in the comments. Let's do this for the engagement. So, alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.